I've been thinking a lot about monogamy lately, and I've kind of come to the conclusion, and I want to see what other people think. Me personally, I don't think that two people can be together, like married, relationship, whatever you want to say, for 10, 15, 20, 25 plus years and not cheat on the other person or step out on the other person. I just don't think that that's really possible. Because, I mean, think about it. You right now, can you really say you know two people, right? And you can't. And I know some people are gonna say, "Well, me, obviously." Well, you who really is gonna get on line and admit that they was cheating, you know? And if you've been together 2 years, I mean, what is that? I mean, it's 2 years, It's that's a new relationship. I just don't see the point in cheating. I just don't get it. Like, why don't you just break up with the person? And they be like 21 years old. And it's like, well, you ain't old enough to have been with somebody for years. Like, come back when you've been with somebody. You ain't old enough to be with somebody 30 years. Even if you're 30 years old, you probably be old enough to be with somebody 10, 15 years. But like, let's be honest, that whole familiarity breeds some kind of contempt, resentment, whatever you want to say. I mean, y'all been together so long. I mean, it's gonna get dull, it's gonna get boring, and you're gonna wanna, I guess, be with somebody else. You're gonna wanna feel someone else's touch. It gets kind of, I would imagine it gets kind of numb after a while. You know, Even saying I love you to that person it may become kind of routine, you know. And with our parents, I mean, they lived whole life before we were born. So, and then depending on what age they were when they had you, I mean, let's say your parents had you at 25, that's 25 years. You know nothing about them. You don't know what they was doing. You don't know what they was up to. You know, I just don't think it's realistic. You know what I'm? I just had this feeling that to me it's just not realistic to be with somebody that long for a long period of time and not act on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just kind of it just kind of seems like somewhere along the way we lost our natural way. And do I think the natural way is to like sleep around, and have kids with this woman, kids with that? No, but we kind of we I think we put too much stock in another person. Like you're like this is my wife, this is my the husband, but you really don't own that person. And I think a lot of people think that if you take your relationship to that next level, then it becomes more serious. But it really doesn't, because you don't own that person and you don't know what that person ain't doing when you ain't around. So you really kind of like are trusting this person to have, to keep y'all's relationship in the forefront of their mind when they go out. But if they got with you for the wrong reasons, like I heard somebody say, you don't want you don't want a woman to be with you as a man just for your personality. Like it would be good for, like, I guess laying up or whatever, but like to be with you just off of you, and she's not really attracted to you. You just make her laugh and all that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I at some point she's gonna get used to your personality, and I guess at some point you can get used to anything. You can get used to your looks. I guess everything fades after a while, and I just can't imagine two people, you know, not exploring that other option. I just can't imagine it. It just does not seem possible to me. You know, of course, people that watch this video are gonna say, "No, I've been with my wife for 95 years." Hey, look, like I said, nobody's gonna get on here and admit that they cheated. You know, but if we're being realistic, man, I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't seem possible.